Great acting is not easy. Anyone who says it is either shallow or a charlatan. And one of the hardest things about acting is admitting that it is hard. Robert Cohen. By mastering your technical skills, you can avoid the mistakes that force us to cut actors out. Know your lines. If you're saying the wrong words, I can't put you on camera. And you will grievously offend the writers, who are the most powerful people in television. The ones with the power to say to me, get rid of that actor. Every line has a carefully crafted meaning, and when you garble the words, the meaning is lost. When you forget words or sentences, important ideas or linkages are lost. Even if they seem unimportant in this scene, the lost words may set up future conflicts and interactions. If you add new words, you dilute the clarity of what's been written. Some actors think it's permissible to improvise as long as they get close to the meaning of the line. No way. When you go off book, there's a potential for huge problems. Your rewritten line might not include the phrase that your scene partner responds to, so now his line doesn't make any sense. Intentional or not, your rewrite could completely change the meaning of the scene, or alter the previous given circumstances. It might not sound right coming from the character you're playing because you've changed the character's voice. It could introduce extraneous ideas that distract from the central idea of the scene. Worst of all, it could leave out an important detail that makes the story work, or confuse the plot of the whole story. In short, stick with the script. If you absolutely can't get a line out because the grammar just won't come out of your mouth, politely sidebar with the director and they'll talk to the on-set writer about changing it in a way that keeps the intended meaning. If you don't know your lines, your performance will probably be hesitant and you'll be adding pauses where there shouldn't be any. You're likely to be adding ums and uhs, which I will need to cut out because they make your character look uncertain. Then I'll be asked by directors and producers for a take where the actor looks like they know their lines. Most of the audience doesn't realize which pauses are caused by an actor forgetting their lines and which pauses are for dramatic effect, but editors, directors, and producers are all very attuned to the difference. We will cut away from you to remove pauses. Please don't make us do that. How does an editor get around the mistake of an actor saying the wrong lines? Unfortunately, every solution requires taking you off camera. Option 1. I can try to Frankenstein the correct line together by combining bits of your dialogue from different takes. Hopefully, I'll end up with a reading that sounds like a real sentence. But to cover my audio edits, I will have to cut to another actor during your line. Option 2. If Frankensteining doesn't work, then I'll record myself on my phone saying the correct line in my editing room. I'll cut that temp audio in, and we'll bring you into an ADR booth later in the process to re-record your dialogue for real. But to cover your new audio, I'll have to cut to someone else so the audience doesn't see that your on-camera mouth doesn't match what they are hearing. Recording your ADR costs the production time and money, which doesn't make anyone happy. Option 3. My final choice is to cut your line out altogether, because your wrong words don't make any sense. If the scene works without your dialogue, then that becomes the easiest choice. Note that all of my options result in the audience watching someone else when they should be watching you. Not ideal for you or me. Sidebar: ADR. ADR is shorthand for additional dialogue recording. It's when we record, or re-record, dialogue after the show has finished shooting. We may be re-recording your on-set lines because the original recording was mechanically faulty, or because your performance wasn't right. Or the writers may add new lines for you to say because they feel plot points need to be made clearer. You are brought into a special ADR room where the section that needs a fix is played for you several times on a big screen. You rehearse to picture until you get the hang of it. Then we do a countdown, and you perform your lines into the mic. If you flub your line, where should you restart your dialogue? If you mess up a line in the middle of a take, that's okay. It happens. Often when an actor flubs her line, she will say in the moment, "I'm going to take that again, from when I stand up." Or she'll say to the other actor, "Give me that cue again." And all the other actors understand what's about to happen. They hold their emotional space, and the flubber does the line again. Hopefully, this time saying the correct line. Everyone knows what it's like to mess up, and nobody wants to make the other actor feel bad.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.